Hello everyone. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing wonderful. I'm doing pretty wonderful. It's a very hot summer day here in the southeast of the United States of America. Uh, Blistering at 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Y'all can do the conversion yourself to Celsius. Oh yeah, he's back. He's back again. We are here bringing it to you live from Spain. The first kickoff race of this season. A new season, new game. Welcome everyone. Glad to be here with you. I am Smack Attack Mac. And we are going to get it going here soon and get the qualifier underway. 17 minutes and 40 seconds of qualifier to go. I hear a whoom from somebody. There goes a car. It may be a McLaren. It may be something else. We'll find out in a moment. I hear another whoom. I'm hearing cars firing up and going out on track. Sorry about that. I've got... Oh, yep. It's an Alpine out first. What do we got going on here? It's Chunky. Get that full track map up real fast. We're going to do on board with Chunk for a minute. Actually, nope, it is not Chunky. Excuse the heck out of me. It is JM 1999. JM 1999 warming those tires up as he gets around the track here. Taking his outlap with pride. Ooh, a little bit of lag there, but we're all good. Seems to not to have affected him any. Definitely get those tires warm. Who else we got out here? Neil 01's out here. Brian 87. Shade out here. Man's Not Bob is out here on track. He's in the AMG. We got Shade in the Haas car. Brian in the Williams. Coaster Star in the Williams. JM 1999 in the Alpine is on the first hot lap of the day. Coming up on a slow car fresh out the pits. Wonder how that's going to hold him up at all. Wonder if he's going to get let by or... Looks like both of the Alpines are the first out the garage and they're both on a hot lap already. Yep, and the car in front, oh my goodness, ghosting, good. A little bit of lag from JM 1999 today. Neil is putting it down out here. See what he's got for his first hot lap. I guess we're ghosted in quali, which that does make sense. I don't disagree with that one bit, to be honest with you, because in the qualifier I think you should be able to kind of be free to get her done, got her did. We're going to jump back up here to JM as he's getting pretty close to this finish line. He's got one more turn on his first hot lap. Whoa, man, that lag is getting me a little confused, but he's still hanging on to it. Went a little bit wide there, but it made it work. 113.3, and he sets the bar. 113.3. We'll bop back here to the other Alpine. He says a 113.1. Next is going to be Man's Not Bob across the line, followed by Shade. So Man's Not Bob and Shade will be next across the line here. How's Man's Not Bob looking right now? Bob's looking okay with 106 heading in towards the last turn. 110, 11, 12, 13, 113, 114, 1 for him. Neil still holds top slot, but he is in the gravel over here. J.R. Elliott with a 113.2. Mufasa with a 113.3. Shade with a 113.7. Bob on those mediums setting a 114.1. Brian, or Bree, and whichever, Brian, I said Brian. with a 114.1. Iron Kid with a 114.3. Costa Star with a 123.6. I think a lot of these guys are going to be improving as time goes on. L. Stewart with a 112.8. That's a pretty good lap compared to everybody. I'm not sure, buddy. That's ask them. I don't have the answer. If somebody's watching, they can answer you. All I know is everybody's out here ski-daddling. Chunky's out here on track now, on a hot lap, getting around the track. Seems a bit clustered up, and everybody's kind of everywhere right now. L. Stewart still holding down that 112.8 for the fastest lap. Neil still in second with a 113.1. J.R. Elliott with a 113.2 still in the pits. JM 1999 with a 113.3 in the pits. Mufasa with a 113.3 in the pits. Gavin out here with a 113.6 still on track. Looking like he's right here behind Chunky on track. There's also a Kick Sauber behind Chunky here. We'll see what this McLaren can put down. Comes to the line with a 114.0. And he did not improve on his time. There's another 123.3. That's not an improvement either. There's an Aston heading to the line here. That is Couch going in the pits, sitting a 115.1 so far. I'm sure he's not done. I'm sure he's got more in the tank than that. Ralphie on an out lap has not set a lap yet. As he said, I think he may have said everybody was out on track. And yes, indeed, they were. It was slammed out there. He's hitting that hot lap, so we'll hang out with him for a second. Doing pretty good so far. The car's letting him go by, not impeding him at all. Could have been a little tighter through there, but still doing good. Nice pace. Purple so far. His purple is gone. Somebody else has gone faster behind him, but he's doing good so far. Oh, I commentated the top tier last season, so they switched me for this season. It was my first time doing it. It was last season that I commented on the top tier, and they decided to have me down here for this one. Bryce Smith. I'm right here. Don't you worry. I'm here. I'm with ERL for the long haul, so don't you worry about that. But Ralphie is coming up here to the line. He's about to cross in just a moment. What kind of time is he going to set? 110 as he comes around the corner. 11, 12, 13, 13.6 for Ralphie with a 113.6 in 7th place. All right, let's hop back a little ways. We got who we got out here? Who's crossing the line with the time? Truth, I can't right now. I'm so sorry. We got guys going in the pits, diving in. I'm glad y'all appreciate me, though. The chinless helmets, yes, indeed. As Neil's on an out lap, he is no longer on the out lap. He is now on a hot lap. Caution in Sector 2 for the American. I am the American. Metal Mike is on a hot lap. Poor his big belly. They can watch this back later, and they can hear all of this. And I will read most of what's on that chat. But Metal Mike is out here setting his first hot lap in that McLaren. Looking good so far. Doing a good job around these corners. Not purple, it doesn't seem, but Still doing a good job weaving in the slow section right there. Holds it pretty much flat out around that corner, but doesn't quite. Maybe slows up a little bit. Nice little hairpin. Comes around the hairpin. Stays in track. Doesn't go off track. Doesn't invalidate his lap. Doing good to do so. 2 corners left. Can he get some speed through these last 2? Here he comes, coming up to the finish line. 1 corner left. Dives in. Does good. Downshifts. Back on the power up. Shifts. Says a 1:15.5 for his first hot lap. Sitting back in the back so far. L. Stewart still holding on. Man's Not Bob has moved up to 3rd with a 1:13.2. Mihai DMC has moved up to 4th with a 1:13.2. J.R. Elliott's on an outlap with a 1:13.2. Gavin Poynton with 1:13.373 and 6th. Daniel 1999 with a 1:13.391 still. He is on a hot lap right now though, heading towards this line. We'll be there in just a moment. He is hitting it here. A little far inside, goes a little wide on the exit. Does it slow him down? 1:13.1. And he moves himself into 2nd place. What a lap from him. Good job there. As an Aston is heading to the line. Couch with 1:14.4. 1:14.4 for him. Moves him to 16th. J.R. Elliott moves up to 6th place with a 1:13.2. Seems like a lot of people are in the pits. We got Couch and Costasar. Costasar heading towards the line now. Kind of time can he put down this lap? His best is a 1:14.6 right now. Looking a little bit better than that. Hitting the corner at a 1:10, 1:11, 12, 13, 1:14.0. 1:14.0 for 13th place for Costasar. Metal Mike coming to the line. 1:27.4, not so good. Why don't I race in F1? I am not an F1 driver. I do race in the GT series. I am Smack Attack Mac in the GT series for Gran Turismo on ERL. F1 cars and I just don't get along. It's not my type of thing. But I do love talking about it, and I love racing, and I enjoy being a commentator. So I'm just happy that I'm able to do this for you guys, and they hook me up with the ability to do it. We've got a Ferrari out here right now behind the McLaren. Jake out here with a 1:13.7 right now. JH7 Racing. L. Stewart with 1:12.6 still holding on to pole. Metal Mike coming to the line. Can he get any better than he did before? The 1:15.1 does improve a little bit. Can't find it. Gavin is out on a hot lap finally. LLCC coming to the line. 1:13.8, that moves him into 12th place on the qualifying leaderboard. Who do we got up here in the Haas? We got J.R. Elliott here in the Haas heading towards the pits with the shake and bake fooling me move. That would be the other L. Stewart up there heading to the pits as well. Indeed it is. So we're going to find the AMG, which is somebody in the wall. Gavin in the wall back there. We were looking for Man's Not Bob, who was on an outlap, but Gavin slammed that wall there. Definitely picked up a bit of damage. Hopefully he just makes it back to the pits and he can fix that damage up and get rolling again. Man's Not Bob is on a hot lap. So is Metal Mike as he dives into the pits. Gavin should be diving in the pits here. LLCC is in the wall at the pit line, and he has DNF'd from quali. That is a unfortunate event. You can do that in Gran Turismo as well and hit that end wall there, so I know all about it. I've never done it, but I've seen it happen, and that's exactly what happened to him right there. He either went to go around the pit wall or he something. As Man's Not Bob goes purple through Sector 2, he's on a heck of a lap right now. Let's see on board with him as we ride through this last little bit, these two curves. Coming to the line right now, going around that corner with a 109. That's the fastest we've seen so far. It says a 112.9 for a second place right there on the board for quali. With 3 minutes left of quali, these guys are running out of time. Wonder if he's actually going to try to put one more down or if he's going to go back to the pits on this one. Seeming like he's got a decent lap going for him right now. No need to pit it if you've got such short time left, and just give it one more and see if it's better. So far so good. Rolling good right now. We are on board with Kostasar as he's on the out lap. The only people on hot laps right now are Neil and Man's Not Bob. Bob dives in the pits as L. Stewart is done with the session as well. I think it's 33? 30 something? Maybe I'm wrong. 33, I believe is what it said. Neil's on his hot lap coming to the last two corners. Minute 52 left in qualifying. Not much time left for these guys. They better get out here and get their last bits of 112.9 for Neil. Moves him into second place. What a lap. Mufasa. Iron Kid's on an out lap. Chunky, he's on a hot lap now. Goes in the pits. Jake's on a hot lap. James 1999's on an out lap. Shade's on a hot lap, and so is Jake. They're right here neck and neck by each other anyway. With a 113.760 and 113.746. Not much splits them. It's like splitting hairs right now. We have a McLaren up here in the track slowed down, causing a... Oh, Shade is purple through here. And it looks like Jake is slowed down and is not pushing anymore. Caution in Sector 1. 34 seconds left in qualifying. They are really running out of time. 112.13, 113.6. Shade does advance over Jake. Jake comes around the corners. 117, he is already out of contention. He's got one lap left. He's going to push it, I think, this one. We'll see what he does here. Kostasar in the gravel. And that is an Alpine of Neil in the pits. The other Alpine at JM 1999. He is coming to the line right now with a 112.8. So we have JM 1999 taking second place. 1, 2, 3. L. Stewart, JM 1999, and Neil 01. Two Alpines on the top three. That's heck of a job from those guys. Mufasa with a 113.3 advances up the board to 8th place. Ralphie with a 113.4 stays in 9th. Chunky is in the gravel letting people go by here. We got a Haas car coming to the line right now. Yeah, nope, going in the pits. Looks like Jake's going for one more mad dash. 12-13. 113.9 for Jake. He does not advance above Shade, and Iron Kid jumps him one spot. So Jake gets pushed back down to 12th. LLCC, who took that wall out and DNF'd, he's in 14th, or 13th, excuse me. Brian is in, it is all over, 112.8. Mufasa just out here doing laps right now. 113.398. Don't believe these laps actually remain. We got one guy in the pits here. That is Kostasar, and I don't think he can get out to finish the session. So we will sit for another 1 minute and 9 seconds. Psych, as I speak. Scratch what I said, and I'll give you your final list in a second. In first, L. Stewart. In second, JM 1999. In third, Neil 01. Fourth, White, JR Elliott. Fifth, Man's Not Bob. Sixth, DMC. Seventh, Gavin. Eighth, AFK Mufasa. Ninth, Ralphie. 10th, Shade. 11th, Iron Kid. 12th, Jake. 13th, LLCC. 14th, Brian. Doing great. Looking great. 15th, Couch. 16th, Kostasar. I could not read the rest of them. The stuff went away for me. Sorry about it. Truly. Wish I could have read them. I ran out of time. As we wait for these guys to get their setups done, do whatever they have to do to their cars before this race gets underway, we bring you the first race of this new season for the Wolff-gang tier, a new name. And the first race is Spain. And there will be pain and probably no rain. But I'm ready, I hope you are, and I'm excited and done with the silly rhymes. It's going to be a good race, action-packed. Hopefully no crazy spills, hopefully minimal safety cars. We will see if these guys can keep it together and race cleanly and get all their points hit properly. I'm hoping for them, hoping the best. I hope y'all are too. Gonna be a good one. It's a hot one here today. I'm sure the drivers are feeling it on track. Hopefully it's not too hot whatever part of the world you're in, and if it is, you have air conditioning, aircon, central heating and air, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. I sure do. And we are about to be underway, folks, as the lights are going red. All red. And green. We're gone. We're out of here. Let's move it out, everybody. And it's underway. F1 season has started for ERL as the Alpines and one Red Bull move into turn one. Everybody's clean. Looking back through the field here. Sorry about the jumping. Looking for any action, craziness. Loving the clean racing so far. Through two. Oh, we got one Ferrari off the back. Spun around. That would be that would be Meister spun around the back way there. Hopefully they can get themselves back together and around the pits and no damage for them. And we got another car around and off the backside of the pack here, and that is LLCC. And I know he'll be a little bit bummed about that. And hopefully he can get it together and catch back up to everybody and take off on track. Let's see how everybody's looking on tire and what's all going on. All right, so we have L. Stewart on the mediums out here leading it off right now. And behind him is JM 1999 in second place, also on the mediums. Seems like the mediums are the right choice. So far, only two soft users in the top 10. JR Elliott in third, Neil in fourth, Man's Not Bob in fifth. Caution in sector 2 back there. That is a Ferrari spun around. That is Meister once again spun. Hopefully they can get it together, like I said, and get back to the pits. And we look ahead as we hit turn 1 here. And L. Stewart gets to keep it. A little bit of lag from JM 1999, but he's okay. He is lagging, though. It is kind of scary to watch it even from here. Hopefully no disconnect issues from him this time. J.R. Elliott still holding on to third right now, falling back a little bit off of JM 1999 as Man's Not Bob gets a small run on Neil. Behind him, DMC is falling off a smidge, but Gavin is right up on that back bumper. Jake is a smidge off of Gavin, but not too far, still in striking range if things were to get a little bit hairy in front of him. Behind both Kick Sauber cars, holding down 9th and 10th, Mufasa and Iron Kid. Ralphie not far behind them, looking for a pass, and any moment he can get one. Both of the McLarens tight together, running good, but both on different tires. One on softs, one on mediums. I wonder if the strategy is going to pay out for them. Couch in that Aston back here on the mediums, with both Williams cars not far behind him. Caution in sector 2 and 3. We have issues up ahead. That is Man's Not Bob went off track as he goes into the pits here. Something happened. Looking like everything's okay. Couple cars having issues off the jump here. And that is Gavin also in the pits, looking like he had himself a issue. So we got 3 cars in the pits right now, already having slight issues in this race. Hopefully it does not continue for them. L. Stewart still holding on to first right now. We do have a caution in sector 2 and 3 still. Hopefully those clear up here in just a moment. I don't know what we do about this caution, if there's going to be a safety car. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Hopefully nobody gets a speeding penalty. Looks like we're back green. We're green on track. Let's roll. Caution in sector 1, but we are green on track. And L. Stewart still holds on to first place, and that did give him a little bit of a jump over JM 1999 with a 1.2 gap back to him now. JM also holding a hefty little 0.8 over top of J.R. Elliott, who is hoping he can catch JM slipping somewhere, making a mistake. Neil a little further back than he'd want to be from J.R. Elliott, I'm sure. With Jake and DMC not far behind. DMC not far behind, excuse me, but Jake is a good ways back off of DMC himself at 1.5. Jake has a better run over Mufasa with a 1.8, but Iron Kid is right there with Mufasa. Both Kick Sauber cars holding on to 7th and 8th. Iron Kid does go a little bit wide in that corner, but still hangs on to it. Doesn't make anything too bad. Getting a little squirrely, getting a little wiggly back there. Those medium tires have to be getting a little bit warm, but shouldn't feel worn by now for sure. I think that is Meister back in the pits again, replacing that front wing. He is having a rough day today, folks, as Shade is back in 19th as well. 18th now, excuse me. L. Stewart still holding on to that lead. 0.8 up over JM 1999. JM 1999 is 0.8 up on J.R. Elliott. Now J.R. Elliott with a 1:16.2 for the fastest lap of the race so far in that Haas car. As JM 1999 squeezes it down and gets it close to L. Stewart through these first bits. We have a caution on track that's just cleared up, so everything's good there. Caution again in sector 2. That is another Ferrari sitting. That is Meister once again. He cannot get himself together today and stay with it. Having a bad day, what you would call a nightmare of a race for some, I'm sure. Pretty rough for him, but hopefully he can have a better one than this next time. Caution still in sector 2. All cleared up. Back to green flag racing. 7th and 8th still held on to by Kick Sauber with that Racing Bulls not far behind. Ralphie looking for a pass on Iron Kid if he could find one, but Can't quite get it as Iron Kid does get a little bit loose around that corner. Back up here to L. Stewart, who's still holding on to that lead as 1999 back there does do some leggy business. J.R. Elliott out of striking range on JM, but definitely watching and waiting as JM squeezes the gap down to L. Stewart. Definitely getting a run on him through that first straightaway there. Neal has fell back 2.7, almost 2 point. Meister has retired from the session. I'm sorry that has happened to you, buddy. I truly am. It was a bad day for you. But Neal holding on to 5th place, 2.6 back right now from Elliott, JM 1990, and L. Stewart, who are in a battle of their own for first right now. L. Stewart putting on a job showing it how it's done. But JM 1999 is closing that gap down, making the distance tighter and tighter, squeezing it down on him, hoping to get some kind of craziness. We got Metal Mike getting passed up by Brian, and LLCC right there in the mix with him. Chunky not too far behind. We got Couch having issues sliding back into 13th place. Caution in sector 1 back here. That is a Ferrari of Meister, who is not even available to watch right now. Jake has moved himself up to 6th place, looking for a move on DMC into the inside here. Doesn't get it. Brakes late. Puts the pressure on through the corners here. Looking for a move, looking for an opportunity. Doesn't find one. Hope to get one in the next couple tight bends. Jake does fall back off a smidge. Caution in sector 1. That is an Aston sitting off track. That is Couch having a problem. Looking like he is having issues this race. Kostasar sitting in 16th, with Gavin not far behind him in 17th. Shade in 18th, coming up the backside, trying to find a way to get to the front. Doesn't really look hopeful for him. Maybe a safety car can bring him back into the race. Lap 7 of 33 done, as L. Stewart still holds on to that lead. JM 1999 still in 2nd. J.R. Elliott still in 3rd. Neal 01 in 4th. Jake has moved himself into 5th place. Mufasa not far behind at all in 6th. Getting the run on Jake right now. Putting the power to the wheels, getting it past. Makes the move. Keeps it over and sticks it down to the track. Used all the ERS, DRS, and whatever else he could muster up from that. As Jake is now slightly back in striking range of DMC, who's trying to close the gap down. Good little battle for 5th place. Ralphie says, I'd like to be a part of it, but I have another kicksauber behind me trying to run me down here in 8th. Iron Kid in 9th place. Only 0.6 back off of Ralphie. Brian in 10th. Caution in sector 2. That is LLCC had himself a little bit of an issue. Had a spin or something happened to him. Not quite sure. We're going to see if he lost anything off the car. Got any damage anywhere. Doesn't look like it. Maybe just got dirty tires and had himself a little spinaroo. Decided to become a lawnmower for a moment. Man's Not Bob not far back off. Gavin moves into 16th there over Kostasar, who falls back to 17th, of course. Shade in 18th. Still a good ways back. 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings for Ralphie. Oh, J.R. Elliott with a DNF. Something happened to J.R. Elliott, guys, and I can't tell you what it was, and I'm so sorry. We got cautions all over the track. Whole track is cautioned right now. We got guys coming in the pits. The Couch going in the pits. We got Metal Mike in the pits. still got caution on track here as Brian goes back out on a fresh set of mediums. J.R. Elliott straight disappeared from the session after what I'm guessing was a massive accident. Not honestly sure. At lap 9 of 33. There is the safety car sitting on track, so if that tells you anything, we're going to have our first safety car of the session here, folks. As this race has gone at 9 laps clean, and nothing too serious has come of anything. Some people are going to go in the pits if they saw that safety car. That's not a bad plan to do. We got AFK Mufasa diving down here to the pits. 9-lap-old. He's hopping back out of the pits. Files right in line smooth there as JM 1999 moves up to first place. L. Stewart is in second for the first time in this race. We have a lead change. Lead change as JM 1999 takes first from L. Stewart. Sadly, J.R. Elliott is gone from the race. And we are up on the back of the safety car. Neil 01 is catching back up as well. Mufasa is in 4th place. Jake is in 5th. Team C in 6th. Ralphie in 7th. 8th would be Iron Kid. 9th is Man's Not Bob. 10th is Chunky. 11th is Brian. 12th, Metal Mike in the McLaren. 13th, Gavin Poynton. 14th, I Ate Your Couch. 15th is LLCC. 16th is Costasar. And 17th is Shade. And I'm hoping that this safety car brings the pack back up together a little bit and everybody gets going nice and smooth and no serious accidents on the restart. Because that would just be no good. No good at all. 10 laps into this race on safety car. As we're, whoa, LLCC with a big little mistake there. Must have had a lapse of judgment. Can Shade catch back up to the back of the pack? I know LLCC is going to hope so too now. Sorry, I had a slight malfunction right there. My headphones. All good. Microphone kind of cut out. Anyway. Shade is getting close to catching back up. We'll have everybody back on the lead lap when we go back green flag racing. 2 guys out of this race so far. Not too bad, but sad for both. Hoping for a clean restart. It's going in here. As JM 1999 starts holding the track off. Holding the pack back. Safety car is in. We are green. JM 1999 takes off. L. Stewart not far behind. Neil does get left in the dust a little bit. But behind Neil AFK Mufasa is getting passed by Jake on the inside. Jake is trying to make the move. Can Jake hold the corner as they go side to side, too wide? Everybody's clean, everybody's good. Mufasa shuffles back to 5th place. DMC is there. Ralphie goes wide, does lose a couple places. Iron Kid on the inside right there of Ralphie. Keeps it, makes it stick, and holds on for the little bit of a pass. And it's his. 7th place is his. He does take a little bump from Ralphie in the backside, but no issues. Iron Kid looking on the outside there of DMC. The slide from him. Man's Not Bob, not far behind. Chunky, not far behind either. Going back through the pack, the gaps do change some. LLCC had a slide or something happened to him. Not looking like he's had a good time on the restart. Same thing with Shade. Oh no! Metal Mike off the track, spun. Oh, spun again. We will not watch your misery, sir. I'm sorry about that. JM 1999 still holding on to 1st place, with L. Stewart not far behind him, 1.1 back. A hot battle at lap 13, almost halfway through this race. As Metal Mike gets disqualified from the session for parking in a dangerous place. I don't think that's so fair, but we can't change the game, I suppose. L. Stewart 1 second back off of JM 1999, moving really fast now. Neil still holding on to 3rd place right now, 1.251 back off of L. Stewart. Jake only 0.4 back off of Neil. Held on to the end to be on those mediums, looking good on them so far. Hopefully they can last for him. Mufasa in 5th place doing a good job. Jake does try to take the dive inside. Peeks his nose into the corner. But Neil keeps the place and says, "That's mine, buddy. You're going to have to get a better run than that," as Jake lays the power down. Oh, contact! Jake goes sideways. As Mufasa goes through, Jake's bold move puts him back 3 places and into contention with Ralphie, Man's Not Bob, and DMC. Now we have a 4-way battle for 5th place. Excuse me. Looks like a 4-way battle for 3rd place almost right now, because Neil has slid back. So 3rd all the way back to 8th place right now is just tight racing. Jake hopefully picked up no damage from that little incident he had there. Had himself a little sideways moment. Some would say a brown pants moment. But he did maintain his composure and did not lose the car. Decided he was in Tokyo, not Spain today. As I stick with this action going down this front straight, Neil's still making a name for himself, running a little bit away from Mufasa. Mufasa has moved up to 4th place after that move by Jake, which put DMC back to 6th, Iron Kid's in 7th, and Ralphie's in 8th. 8th to 3rd right now is a tight battle. Jake looking for a move, but knows now that he can't be so bold as to do what he did last time down that inside there. As Neil's still holding on to third right now. L. Stewart and JM 1999 in a race of their own. JM with 1 lap newer hards than L. Stewart. I wonder if that's going to have a payoff in the end for him. Mufasa running good in fourth place on those hards as well. Jake is the only one on the mediums not picking up much advantage on the softer compound of tire. But as we're watching, we're seeing Mufasa slowly catch Neil. And in that, them battling will bring Jake back into the mix. DMC is falling back off the backside of Jake a little bit now. Iron Kid still holding on to DMC though. JM 1999 with a 3-second time penalty. Rough business for our race leader at this point. He has to win by 3 seconds to keep his first. I know that's demoralizing. Do everything you can, but still can't keep your first place due to the game deciding that you went off the track. L. Stewart back 1.3 from JM 1999. Neil back 2.9 off of L. Stewart. AFK Mufasa in fourth place. 0.3 back off of Neil. Jake 0.4 off of Mufasa. DMC 0.7 off of Jake. Iron Kid 0.8 off of DMC. Ralphie 0.9 off of Iron Kid. Chucky 1.5 back off of Ralphie, holding down ninth place. A solid top 10 performance for him so far. Halfway through this race. Man's Not Bob is in 10th, 14 lap old hards. Doing a good job to stay relevant and not fall out of this race with tires that are too worn out. Brian on an 8 lap couch with a 3-second time penalty added to his race. Brian with 8 lap old mediums right now with not much of a gap to Man's Not Bob, but definitely wiggling coming out of that sharp fast corner there. Hitting the hairpin. How's he doing in the hairpin? Whoa. JM 1999 sets the fastest lap with a 1:16.7. Gavin back here in 12th place. Couch making the move on the inside. LCC, whoa! LCC, no! Oh. Oh, that was Kostasar. I think. Maybe not. These guys in the back aren't having the best of races. JM 1999 still holding on to first, but 2.5 over top of L. Stewart right now. That is enough. Is not enough, excuse me, to hold on to first place at the end of this race. He has to have at least 3 seconds up. He's got that penalty. He will lose his position. Not so much. He had a really rough beginning of the race and could not seem to get it together. Meister was having a rough one. It seemed like nothing was going right for him that whole entire time he was in here. Then it did say that he had retired from the session. So I believe he may have quit. I'm not sure. As we are on board with Jake right now, trying to battle for third place, as he is just knocking on the door of Mufasa and Neil. Oh, goodness gracious. Gavin and Shade having a side-to-side battle touching moment. Saying, I gotta have a heart-to-heart with you, and I don't have a heart in this car, so it's wheel to wheel. You got it? Good, because that's what they did there. Gavin is trying to catch him, but just seems a little bit out of reach right now for him. Coast to Star. Oh no. No good, bro. No good, I'm sorry. No good, dude. I'm so sorry. JM1999 still holding on to first place. L. Stewart has fell back 2.9 away from him. I know JM's trying to do what he can to get that 3-second gap to hold on to first place at the end of this race. He is definitely pushing hard to do so and making the case known that, hey, if anybody can, I can. With a penalty, win this race still. As Neil is back 1.8. Dang. Have to watch it back. Maybe I did catch it. I'm not sure. AFK Mufasa is looking up. Looks like Jake is in the pits. L. Stewart's in the pits. Not many people in the pits other than that. Is L. Stewart back out on track already? Fell back to 10th place. Jake back to 11th place. Jake puts on the hards again. We got LLCC a little bit off track here coming down the front straight. Breed 10 is in 13th. Moved up a little bit. I'm not able to right this very minute, and after the stream is over with, you can rewind it and see. But I'm not sure how it works in F1. In Gran Turismo, you can save the replay. I'm not sure about this guy. This is not Gran Turismo. But JM1999 still holding on to first right now with a 4.7 gap over Neil. Definitely making something click, making something work for him right now. On board with Neil as he's 4.2 back off of JM1999. AFK Mufasa is making it known. I am knocking on the back door, trying to get me second place. Come here. DMC is a little bit out of reaching room and fighting room, but still working hard to catch him. Ralphie in fifth is 3.8 seconds back with a penalty, and Chunky is 2.4 off of Ralphie with no penalties. So Chunky's doing good right now with no penalties at all. L. Stewart is back in 7th place with 8 seconds to Chunky. So that's a good little bit of a gap from 7th to 6th. Things are starting to spread back out. Couch is in 8th, 13 lap old hards, 1.6 second back to L. Stewart. Jake, JH7 Racing in 9th place, 1 lap old hards. Hopefully he can get back up there in the mix. I know that's what he's hoping for. Man's Not Bob as well. They both pit. Got some new tires, and hopefully that works for him. Lap 23 of 33, folks. 10 laps to go. Man's Not Bob with 1 lap old mediums, and Chunky's got brand new softs on. How is this going to play out during the last couple laps of this race? We are down to the wire, folks. 9 laps to go. It is all or nothing, do or die time. Time to put it on. Hopefully the shine, the sparkle, the oil changes, and the things have worked this week. All your compounds are working how you want them to. JM still 3.9 off the backside of Neil. I mean, other way around, excuse my words. Flip-flop those. Neil still 3.9. Has to get that under 3 seconds if he wants to get that first place taken away from JM 1999. Both Alpines in 1-2. Mufasa takes third from someone. DMC is back in fourth. Mufasa may have already been in third, but he's looking for second is what it is. Couch up to 6th place, 15 lap old hards. Oldest tires on the track right now. Mind you, the other leaders, 1, 2, 3, and 4, they all have 14 lap old hards. So he's not too crazy. But Jake is catching up to Couch. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. We'll see how this goes here. Coming into the final bends. I don't know when, but I think Jake is going to have a fun battle there in his hands. Chunky is not far back off of Ralphie. Ralphie's making a move down the inside on Bob. And Jake does make the pass over Couch. Bob is not far off of Couch either right now. 1.017 and closing. Excuse me, 5. I get these little mixed up sometimes. Yes, Couch is 1.2 off of Jake. And Bob is 5 seconds back off of Couch. Ralphie with the 2-lap-old hard sitting in 9th place. Kind of closing in on Bob. Are the hards better? That's a good question. Chunky on the softs, making it known that, hey, I've actually got the grippy tire. We've got enough laps for me to use it, hopefully. Iron Kid sitting in 11th place, a little bit too far back to attack. Brighton is a good ways back off Iron Kid, definitely too far to attack as well. Gavin in a world of his own, Coastal Star world of his own, LLCC world of his own, and so is Shade. So the back of the pack here, kind of doing their own thing and running their own races. Gavin is slowly closing it down on Bree 10. I'll check on that here back in a minute. Caution in Sector 3. A Haas car is in the wall. That is Shade. He cannot get in the pits. He cannot go in reverse. Hold on tight. Whoa! And we got cars diving in the pits. That would be... I'm not sure who. He does make it in though. And Mufasa, DMC, and L. Stewart, all 3 pits. So the top couple drivers dive in the pits here at the very end of the race, getting new tires put on. Mufasa back out in 3rd place, brand new mediums, but he is a good ways down off of Neil and JM 1999. Jake right on the backside of Mufasa. This is a hot battle again for 3rd place with DMC with brand new softs. Couch has no chance, especially with 18 lap old hards. There's no chance he's keeping up with the guy in front of him right now. Ralphie, four lap old hards has a better option as well, but L. Stewart with brand new softs definitely going to be closing the gap down soon. There may be a safety car on track. We hope not. There is. Well, folks, we might get 1 or 2 more laps of racing. I'm not sure. We will see how many laps this safety car will take. But sad day. I hope y'all have enjoyed the race so far and enjoyed hanging out with me watching this race and hearing me chat about it. Neil is still out here on 18 lap old hards, holding on to first place with Mufasa in second, 1 lap old mediums, Jake in third, 7 lap old hards, DMC with brand new softs, Couch 19 lap old hards. See, this here should have been a pit. You should have pit and put some tires on, but Neil, the same thing. It's going to be funny to watch and see what happens. If we get a restart, it will be funny to see what happens. Hopefully clean racing ensues and everything goes well. Chunky with pretty new softs as well. Right in front of him, Stewart with those pretty new softs. Brand new. JM 1999, brand new mediums. 0 laps put on them. Safety car still going around track. When this safety car goes away, we will have maybe 2 or 3 laps left. Back to green flag racing and zooming, and away we will go, finishing up the first race of the season. Safety car still not in yet. Still going to be cruising around track here for a minute. My big question is, will the safety car go in this lap? Or will it take one more go round? As I know these guys are just chomping at the bit, ready to get back to it. Ready to finish this race out on some green flag laps and nothing impeding them from speed, because that's what we're all here for in the end of it all, is the speed and the power of the cars, the close battles and the danger and the drama. Hasn't said if safety car's going in yet. Should soon. We're unsure. Could be this next lap. Could be this lap. Could be 3 laps from now. We hope not. We hope not. Safety car in this lap. All right, folks. We are about to go back green flag. What can go down? A lot can go down. Who's going to have tire left? Who's going to have warmth? Right now, it looks like DMC on those soft has a little bit of warmth in his tires. Couch, a tiny bit. How's Jake looking? No warmth really in his tires. Mufasa, a little bit of warmth in his tires. Neil, can't get him warm for anything, but he's trying. Neil's off, Mufasa's off, Jake's off, and we are back green flag racing here at Spain, folks, with just 3 laps to go. We are hitting lap 30 here. Who can do what? How are these tires going to come into play as L. Stewart goes around, making the move quick? hanging on, diving down inside, tapping Couch a little bit there. Couch on those hards. He's going to be a cork in the bottle. Oh, Stewart goes to the outside, tries to dive. Give him room. There we go. ERL Stewart does get the move on him. Looks like Chunky's behind. Chunky takes the outside line. Makes the move. Wheel to wheel in the corner here. All good. As Couch kind of gets a little wiggle. Cuts back in front of Man's Not Bob. Man's Not Bob making the way up. Those 21 lap old tires are rough business. And as I said, cork in the bottle. But Neil right now getting run down by Mufasa on those mediums, and DMC running them both down on the softs. Jake's not far behind either, looking for a move, looking for a mistake from the guys in front. Whoa, little wheel bumpage right here. Told you guys, these last few laps are going to be hard racing. Neil on those 20 lap old hards. That's a cork in a bottle, guys. That's stopping the flow. Can Neil keep it up? Can Neil hold on? Couch just fell back to 7th place on those 21 lap old hards, as he's got Man's Not Bob right behind him on those brand new softs. Bob goes down the inside. JM's just too far back to make a move right now, and Gavin's a little further than that. Whoa, Ralphie goes off the edge here as some guys go around. Caution in sector 3. Seems like we're going to be okay, though. Bob does make the pass on Couch. JM is now caught up to Couch as well. Mufasa has caught up, or actually fell back one place to DMC. DMC has moved himself into second on those brand new softs. Neil is in first place, but barely hanging on as DMC takes the inside line, trying to make it move. 2 laps to go, folks. How can they do it? Who's going to have it? Whoa, Mufasa with a wiggle brings ERL Stewart back up. Jake's fell back to 6th place. Chunky's moved up to 5th on those softs. Man's Not Bob up to 7th. JM99 makes a move on Couch. Gavin looking for the same, looking to see if he can make a move. Trying to take 9th place. Gavin takes 9th. Can he keep it? And Couch does a little spin. That's a wheel-to-wheel lock action there. He holds on. Neil still holding on to first place. DMC with those softs. 2 laps to go, folks. 2 laps left. What can he do? He's got the battery. He's got the power. He makes the move. DMC is in first over Neil. That is another lead change. I think the second one for the whole entire race. Chunky is out of the race. Something happened to Chunky. Chunky is in the wall hard over there, so something happened there. I'm not quite sure what. We got Man's Not Bob, Jake. Everybody battling really hard here in this mid-pack. Oh, goodness gracious. Mufasa slides back. Bob slides back. ERL Stewart moves up to 3rd. Neil's still in 2nd place. JM99 in 7th. Jake is in 6th. As DMC is still holding on to 1st. 1 lap to go, folks. 1 lap to go after this lap. 1 lap to go. ERL Stewart looking for an inside move. Does not get it. Ends up, whoa, Mufasa. A little bit of a wiggle. Man's Not Bob makes the move on Mufasa, and Jake is right there as well. Can't make the move, but DMC with a 1:15.2 for the fastest lap of the race. Jake uses all the battery he can, trying everything he can to catch to Mufasa. He doesn't quite get it to turn 1. Has to go hard on those brakes. Last lap battles. How are we going to do it? What are we going to do here, folks? This is it. All the marbles right here. Neil has fell back to 2nd. ERL Stewart is caught up to him. DMC is running away with this race. ERL Stewart, contact everywhere, contact everywhere. Guys go off trying to be bold and trying to be brash. Ends up in damage. No ghosting, watch out. Mufasa is done, out of the race. Jake has fell back. We got Jake off track. We got guys being too pushy. Couch moves up to 8th place. After the craziness and the disasters from guys in the last lap mayhem. Gavin, Neil, DMC still holds on as he comes around these last couple corners here. JM1999 is still... JM1999 moved to 2nd place through all that. Neil is in 3rd. Gavin is in 4th. Man's Not Bob is in 5th. ERL Stewart's in 6th. LLCC, after a A race that he wishes he could forget probably has moved himself into 7th. Couch into 8th place on 24 lap Old Hards. Bri 10 with a 9th place finish. Moves himself into 8th due to penalties and such. Our final is DMC 1, Neil 2, Man's Not Bob 3. Oh my goodness, we had a switch up at the end again. I missed the front battle. I'm so sorry. I'm just... Oh, there's so much action everywhere, guys. I couldn't... That was insane. What a race. That's the season opener. This is ERL's F1 Wolff-gang tier. I'm glad to be your commentator. I'm glad to be here for all the action. I had a ton of fun today. I hope you did too. What a last lap. What a last couple of laps. That is what you want to expect from these guys, except for the fact that I wish it was a little bit cleaner. Other than that, what a race. Great job from everyone. Crazy strategies, crazier driving. This is ERL F1. I am Smack Attack Mac. I will be with you here every Monday that we have this. We have a couple off weeks during the season, but this is the first race of the season, so if you caught it, you caught the first one. Glad to see you. Glad to be here. Enjoyed every second of it. What a race. Great job, everybody. We'll see you next time. Right here on YouTube. I'm Smack Attack Mac, and I'm signing off. Have a great evening. Later.